My name's Don Sheppard, and for me it's incredibly hard to believe, but I was here at MFest 10 years ago when we started this, and it was quite a different event, so it really warms my heart, and I'm overjoyed to be here today for the 10th anniversary of MFest. And for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, when you're celebrating a 10th anniversary, it means something's still going on, something's still around. And so that really warms my heart in a significant way that the students here have continued MFest. And if you'll indulge me for just a minute, I want to talk to you about the past of MFest for a minute, kind of where it's at today, and part of where I see it going or where it could go in the future. And so the past of MFest really began with what wasn't a positive memory for me at UD. I love the University of Dayton. I have so many tremendous, wonderful memories from here. I met my wife here. I had some of the best times of my life here at UD. But really, MFest probably came from the worst memory on that list when we had a great friend of ours named Michael Littler, who was just such a fun guy. If you know me, I'm a pretty serious guy. When I met Mike my freshman year of college, we really hit it off because he was a ton of fun. He helped me lighten up my life a lot, having a chance to get to know him for 3 years. And by the time we were seniors in college, Mike had really dealt with bipolar in a significant way and went on to commit suicide our senior year of college. And that was a pretty dark place for myself and a lot of our friends here at UD. And I really think MFest began partly as a way to kind of grapple with that and deal with that reality and what it was. And so for me, it was very much a way to get busy and develop a support network in dealing with that. And so when I come back here, I'm so overjoyed at the work that's gone on over that 10 years, but it's always bittersweet for me to think of that past because it makes me miss my great friend Mike. Because he loved music. I mean, the band that just played and some of the bands that are going to play today are exactly the kind of thing that Mike would have loved to have been a part of here at UD. And so it always is kind of bittersweet when I think about Mike and the fact that he's not here. And when I think back to that past and that day, I think about my friends that were there with me, and a number of them are here today. And a guy named Matt Cannon drove to that first MFest with a circus tent in his car that he had bought or borrowed from his dad. And I'll never forget Goat, who perhaps had 1 or 2 or 12 too many beers the night before, trying to put up a circus tent by himself about right here where this beautiful new pavilion is. And kind of where we started from at those roots was some kind of awareness, some kind of a support group, and a fun day to celebrate Mike. And so that was the past. And if I look at it now, what it's become, I'm truly overjoyed at what the student group here, Active Minds, has done with MFest, and just as importantly, the work that you all do on a day-to-day basis here on campus to create a better support system, a better awareness of mental health. And so I just would be really remiss if I didn't ask everybody with one of those nice headphones on that we never were smart enough to use when we were playing this, if you could all maybe stand up, and I just would want to salute and honor you and give you a big round of applause. And I think, there's no doubt that the work that's occurred over 10 years through MFest, through the formalization of Active Minds, has helped people. Right? I mean, that's what so much of it's about, is trying to help your fellow students and help people have the support that they need and get help that they need. And there's no doubt that, from here on out, you're never going to stop every tragedy in life that could occur on this campus or anywhere, but you can certainly help people. And I really applaud the students, and you'll never meet so many of the people that you help by either informing all of you or other students about what they could do to be a better friend or a better support person, or somebody on campus who didn't feel comfortable reaching out and getting the support they needed, but because of the work of your group was able to do that. And that's kind of where we're at here in the present. There's a great group of students here at Active Minds doing wonderful work. And so that's the past and the present. And if you'll indulge me, I'd like to think about the future a little bit. When I was here 10 years ago, I never would have guessed we'd have a 10th anniversary MFest. I mean, if you know me, nobody else would have guessed that I'd be a part of anything that would still be around 10 years later. And so when I think about today where it could go, I think it could go and do wonderful things. And I think about and challenge the students here, what can you do to make sure that MFest has a 25th anniversary? And how many students can you help between now and then? Because I look at it as, how can you weave a network of support that catches more people? You know, over 10 years and what you could do between now and a 25th anniversary of informing people to be better support for their fellow students. You know, the older I get, the more I reflect on what UD is about. And we talk about community so much at the University of Dayton. And that's us embracing the idea that we're in this thing together. Right? I mean, life is about creating a community and supporting one another. And I think MFest and Active Minds and the work you're doing does such a great job of informing people about the fact that individuals need help. All of us will at some point. You can be a part of providing that in ways big and small. And the more people you can touch over that time, the bigger the net becomes, right? And you can catch more folks that need help and support throughout their life. And I can tell you, I mean, now that I'm a 10-year alumni and one of the older people here, I look back on college and I think about, you know, the first time you hit a low point in your life, which for many of us occurs at college, it's kind of hard to know that there's going to be an upswing. And the more life you can get behind you, the more you kind of know those ups and downs are going to happen. But I think on a college campus where folks don't have that perspective all the time, it's terribly important that you carry that message that it's going to get better. There's support there, and there's people that care about and want to help you. I deeply appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today. It's a joy to interact with the students that do this now. It's certainly a joy for me to be back with some of my friends I made at UD, who I don't see them nearly often enough, but they're like family to me. I love them. And many of you are going to graduate and feel the same way about people. You don't see them for 3 years, but you get right back together and say, I mean, these are people I love, because we shared experiences, the good and the bad, like when we lost Mike, but we're great friends forever and a day, and I wish that for all of you. Take those relationships on. God bless the students here for what you're doing to put on MFest. God bless all of you here at the University of Dayton. I wish you all the best today and in all things going forward. Thanks so much for giving me a minute.